Welcome to this motivational graded reader story. Today's story is about patience, discipline, and the hidden power of continuing when life becomes difficult. Many people stop too early because they cannot see success coming. But often, the biggest rewards appear only after the hardest moments. This story will help you improve your English fluency while also teaching an important life lesson. Never quit before your journey truly begins. There are moments in life when everything feels heavy. The mind becomes tired, the heart loses excitement, and even small tasks start feeling impossible. During these moments, quitting seems attractive. It feels like a simple escape from pressure, disappointment, and slow progress. Many people leave their dreams not because they are incapable, but because they become exhausted before results arrive. They expect quick improvement, fast success, and immediate rewards. When life does not give those things quickly, frustration slowly enters their thoughts. Day after day, they begin asking themselves difficult questions. What is the point? Why am I trying so hard? Maybe this dream is not for me. These thoughts become stronger when they compare themselves to others. They see someone else succeeding faster, growing faster, or receiving attention sooner. Comparison creates impatience, and impatience creates weakness. Then one day, without warning, many people simply stop. They walk away from goals that still had potential. They close doors that were slowly opening. They end journeys that were only beginning to grow. The sad truth is that most people never fail because they lack talent. They fail because they quit too early. There was once a person who wanted to improve every part of life. The goal was not fame or wealth. The goal was peace, strength, and self-respect. Every morning began with determination. Books were opened. New habits were started. Plans were written carefully. At first, everything felt exciting. Motivation created energy, and energy created movement. But after some time, the excitement faded. The mornings became harder. The progress became slower. The improvements became difficult to notice. Some days felt completely wasted. The mind expected dramatic changes, but life responded with tiny steps instead. Slowly, disappointment started growing. The person began wondering whether the effort was useless. Negative thoughts appeared more often. Maybe nothing will ever change. Maybe this is too difficult. Maybe quitting would feel easier. Yet despite those thoughts, something important happened. Instead of stopping completely, the person continued one more day, then another day, then another week. The progress still seemed small, but consistency quietly started building a stronger foundation. Months later, something surprising became clear. The person who once struggled with discipline had become disciplined. The person who once felt weak had become mentally stronger. The transformation happened so slowly that it was almost invisible. But it was real. If quitting had happened earlier, none of those changes would have appeared. Life often tests people before rewarding them. Difficult moments are not always signs to stop. Sometimes they are signs that growth is near. Think about how many people leave just before improvement arrives. A student studies for months and wants to quit before the final breakthrough in understanding. A learner practices English every day but feels discouraged before fluency begins developing naturally. A person exercises for weeks but stops before the body starts changing. In many situations, success is extremely close when people decide to surrender. This is why patience matters so much. Patience allows effort to continue beyond frustration. It creates the ability to trust the process even when emotions become unstable. Without patience, every challenge feels permanent. With patience, every challenge becomes temporary. Another reason people quit early is emotional exhaustion. Sometimes the problem is not physical difficulty but mental pressure. Repeated failures can damage hope. Criticism from others can reduce confidence. Loneliness can make the journey feel endless. During these periods, the mind begins searching for comfort instead of growth. Quitting appears comforting because it removes pressure immediately. But the comfort is temporary. Deep inside, regret usually remains. Many people spend years wondering what could have happened if they had continued just a little longer. Regret is often heavier than temporary struggle. Pain from discipline disappears with time, but pain from giving up can remain for years. One important truth about success is that nobody sees the full journey. People usually notice achievements only after the difficult stages are finished. They see confidence without seeing insecurity. They see strength without seeing the years of weakness that came before it. This creates dangerous illusions. It makes success appear easier for others. But almost every strong person has experienced moments of doubt. Almost every successful journey includes periods of confusion, exhaustion, and fear. The difference is not that successful people never struggle. The difference is that they continue despite struggle. Persistence separates ordinary results from extraordinary transformation. There are also times when quitting early becomes a habit. A person starts something new with excitement, then leaves as soon as difficulty appears. Later, another goal is started, followed by another quick exit. Over time, the brain becomes trained to escape challenges instead of overcoming them. This pattern slowly destroys confidence because the person stops trusting personal commitment. Every unfinished goal becomes another reminder of inconsistency. But the opposite is also true. Every time someone continues despite difficulty, self-trust becomes stronger. The mind begins believing, I can survive hard moments. I can continue even when motivation disappears. This inner belief becomes powerful in every area of life. Persistence is not always dramatic. Sometimes it looks very ordinary. It may simply mean waking up and trying again after disappointment. It may mean practicing quietly while nobody notices improvement. It may mean continuing even when emotions are unstable. Real strength is often calm and repetitive. Many people imagine success as one giant moment, but usually it is built through thousands of small decisions. One more page read, one more practice session completed, one more difficult morning survived. Small actions repeated consistently can completely change a life. There will always be reasons to quit. Some days will feel unfair. Some efforts will seem meaningless. Some results will arrive slower than expected. But quitting early guarantees one thing. The possibility of success disappears immediately. Continuing keeps possibility alive. Even slow progress moves life forward. Even imperfect effort creates experience and growth. Every difficult stage teaches lessons that comfort can never teach. Hardship develops resilience. Delays develop patience. Repetition develops mastery. The journey toward improvement is rarely straight. There are setbacks, mistakes, and periods of doubt. Sometimes progress moves forward, then backward, then forward again. This is normal. Growth is not a perfect line. A person learning to walk falls many times before becoming stable. Yet nobody calls those early falls failure. They are simply part of learning. Adults often forget this truth. They expect immediate excellence and become discouraged by mistakes. But mistakes are evidence of effort. They are signs that learning is happening. One day, after enough persistence, something changes quietly. The difficult task that once felt impossible becomes manageable. The fear that once controlled every decision becomes smaller. The habit that once required enormous effort becomes natural. Looking back, the person realizes an important truth. The greatest transformation happened during the moments when quitting seemed most tempting. Those painful stages were not meaningless. They were necessary. Never quit early because beginnings are often uncomfortable. Never quit because results are slow. Never quit because progress is invisible for a while. Some of the most beautiful outcomes in life require long periods of uncertainty before they finally appear. A powerful future may be growing silently beneath today's struggles, just like roots growing beneath the soil before the first green leaf reaches sunlight. At the end of life, people rarely regret trying too hard. More often, they regret stopping too soon. They regret the dreams abandoned during difficult seasons. They regret the opportunities lost because impatience became stronger than faith. The next time life feels heavy and quitting feels attractive, remember this carefully. Difficult moments do not always mean the journey is wrong. Sometimes they simply mean the journey is real. Keep moving forward, keep learning, keep improving. One day, the effort that once felt invisible may become the very thing that changes your entire life.